Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Atypicals podcast, episode 9. And I'm here with my co-host, as always, Kyle.
What is up? What's up?
And recurring guest star, Sal Cruz.
I thought it was episode 10.
No, 9.
Yeah, it is definitely. Well, no, maybe it's 10.
No, I think I still find it funny that we forget what episode we're on, even though we're not even in the double digits yet.
Yeah, we never remember what episode we're on. It's just like episode 8, 9. It's 9.
Yeah.
You guys need a whiteboard.
Yeah, we definitely need to put one.
Put like tally marks, you know, like the 4 and then the 1.
But then I feel like we would forget. It'd be like episode 11 and then we do 12 and then we forget and then we're like, oh, well, I guess we're on 12 now.
Yeah, maybe that whiteboard would really screw us over sometimes. Because we'd forget to change the whiteboard because we're both too lazy to. Or something like that. Right.
For sure. But no, we are. So as we have said, this is pre-recorded. And so we have not yet to experience our Thanksgiving.
No, but this will be coming out.
This will be coming out after. So
in terms, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm in the future.
Yeah,
right
shut
now.
up.
No, yeah. I mean, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. Honestly,
you'll be a good guest. So just sit there and wait for me to acknowledge you.
Yeah. You already did earlier.
So I feel like this is like the ultimate crossover episode. You know, now that your brother's here.
Yeah, I was just telling him the other day. I was like, oh, in terms of like I told you about the alignment thing when we were sitting on the couch earlier about like lawful good, neutral good, and all that stuff.
No, I don't remember that.
Bro, this was like 10 minutes ago.
When did we talk about
this was 10 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, look. When we were talking about...
When we were talking about... Basically, Kyle's saying he doesn't care what you're talking about.
This was 10 minutes ago.
And he was not listening.
Wow, okay, fuck
He was like, this guy's talking about Dungeons and Dragons alignment.
All right, bro, next time you bring up...
I'm sorry.
Next time you bring up like cross
literally,
countries.
yeah.
Well, what was it? Okay, so dude, maybe I do remember.
This is a conversation that led into us talking about the Last of Us 2 porn.
Look, it doesn't matter.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, that's
Look,
right.
it doesn't matter because you need to explain it anyway for the
just
viewers.
explain it.
Okay,
yeah.
but what's it called?
So they know what they're talking about.
So it's like the alignment like table, and it's like from like tabletop RPG stuff.
The alignment system. Yeah. So then from left to right, it's like lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good. And then lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic neutral, lawful evil, neutral evil, and chaotic evil. And I was telling Kyle, I was like, oh yeah, Sal was like, oh yeah, with us, it's like Kyle's lawful good, I'm neutral good, and then Sal's chaotic good.
Oh, right. I do remember this.
Yeah.
Right.
So then in terms of like, oh yeah, Kyle's like, will be super like, you know, like a nice guy and everything. With our whole Tinder thing, like you're lawful good.
You said I'm lawful good?
Yeah, so you're all the way on the good side.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, because of our whole Tinder thing, it's like, yeah, you really see that coming out. Whereas me, it's like sometimes like I'll have that nice guy stuff, but sometimes I'll just be like, yeah. And then Sal you're just like, Sal will just be like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, man.
For
no
sure.
other way to live.
Yeah, man.
So I got a question that can start us off.
What's up, man? So
since I don't really know like Sal that well, I was just gonna ask, what was it like growing up with Miliano throughout your lifetime?
It was fucking sucked. He would scratch all of my like GameCube games. He would like break all my toys, and then like I would be like, no, these are mine, and my parents would be like, you know, the typical like, oh, you better share with your brother, okay? And I'm like, but he fucks it all up. Like one time, so I had this like Halo 2 red Spartan action figure that I had bought, and then like I just had it on my desk, and then one day I come home from school or something, and it's just like sitting on the floor, like missing a leg, like it was broken.
That's the saddest tragedy I've heard in my life.
And I'm like, dude, what kind of freaking mongoloid ass like child just like breaks off a leg of a like Halo action figure?
Maybe I just don't like you. How about that? You know, I just don't want you to enjoy anything.
Some like Annabelle shit, some like evil little kid shit.
Well, no, I was a little kid, dude. Fucking, of course I'm gonna break shit. You think, oh, look at this pristine figure, I'm gonna treat it.
No, I don't think it happened accidentally. Like you didn't drop it. Like you like twisted the leg too much to where it broke.
I know you really had to really mess with that leg to get it out.
Playing.
Yeah, fucking yeah. It's sparring, bro. It's got to be jumping all over the place, fucking all that shit. So
yeah, and then Emiliano has always been like a nice boy, I guess.
which really fucked me over
so
sometimes.
it was like very easy, I guess, to fuck with him. I don't really remember a lot of the things, but Emiliano does.
Yeah,
so
one time he like threw me in the pool before I knew how to swim.
Oh, that sucks. How did you escape that and not die?
Well, that's where I fucking finally learned.
You learned quick that
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
Do or die.
Do or die, and I fucking did.
Yeah.
One time, fucking what else? Oh yeah, one time we were talking about this yesterday. Me and Sal got into a fight, and he was like, "Oh, I've never said I will do this, and then I don't do it, and then I get mad at you for not wanting to do it." And I'm like, "Bro, literally one time I paid him, not asked him, I paid him to take me to Walmart to go get
me?
probably like $40.
How old
40?
were you for that?
This was
Not 40.
probably
No, there's no way. You probably gave me like
no. If I
20
gave you
bucks for
20, you
gas or
would not have
something.
done it. No, but I paid you like enough for that, and then something else. I was
This is
probably
before
like,
Uber.
yeah,
I know. Yeah, for
no,
real.
I was probably fucking, I don't know, like 13 maybe.
What did you need from Walmart?
I wanted a Lego set. And then I was like, here.
Classic.
And then it was Saturday, and you're like, yeah, I'll take you. And I'm like waking you up. I'm like, hey, let's go. And you're like, oh, okay, hold on. And then you end up going to the bathroom. And you're like, okay, when I come out, we'll leave. And then you sleep in the bathroom. He says he doesn't remember
I don't
this.
remember this at
clearly,
all.
yeah, I was sober, so I do remember. He clearly was not. And then fucking the next, yeah, and then later I'm like all upset, and he's like, all right, let's go. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go anymore. Like, I just don't.
Wow.
Like, you know me about how I could just like at a certain point I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
even if it's something I really want to do, I'm just like, no. And then he was like, no, we're going. And like I just go upset, and I don't even want to go. And like I think I didn't even build a Lego set.
What
for, like,
Lego
a couple
set
days.
did you
I don't
want?
remember. I think it's probably, I don't know, what was big around 2013. No, not Ninjago. That was like 6th grade.
Star Wars was always pretty
Star Wars.
popular. I don't know what else they have. Lego City was always popular.
I wasn't a big city guy. I was more of a Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. So it's probably one of those.
Probably
sets.
one of those. Yeah.
So that's another thing about Emiliano is, he grew up, in a nice silver crib.
Oh yeah.
You know,
when I had to
like-
go, when I had to
like
go, when I had to
Lego.
go, when I had to go do construction shit for dad for
Bro,
a $30 set.
You like stayed in the car and played
Dude,
Game Boy.
that didn't happen until I was like 15.
No, but Emiliano, he had like Lego sets and like all this shit that I never had as a kid.
What did you have as a kid?
I don't know, like fucking like
Sticks
just some,
and
like,
rocks
No,
and-
just I mean, I had an N64, so that was cool. But like, I didn't have like expensive ass Lego sets or anything big like that. It was just like maybe an action.
Yeah,
figure
but then
here
you
or
got
there.
like electronic gadgets way before I did. You had like the N64, you had the GameCube, you had who knows how many fucking
I
Game
had to
Boys.
share all that shit, and then you broke it.
Yeah, and then when we got older, I get a brand fucking new Xbox 360 Elite. Do you remember those, Kyle? The black
This
ones?
is a good
Oh
one.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Xbox.
This is
Yeah,
a good
and then
one.
he's like, hey man, he's like, because you don't, and back then I didn't play multiplayer, I just played single player. Like I would just
Right.
Yeah,
replay
it
like
makes sense.
the Gears 2. Dude, shut the fuck up. And he was like, oh hey, and I spent like
Communism
I
at
bought
its
this, like
finest.
I fucking worked Sundays with my dad and a
Right.
couple Fridays, like to
You-
pay, because my dad was
You,
my
like,
dad
sat in a
isn't.
car a couple Fridays.
Fuck you. No, I didn't.
It gets
and
to the
then,
point.
And then I'm like, oh, I have this one and it has Wi-Fi capability. The first
Right.
couple 360s didn't. They just had the LAN cable.
Ethernet, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, hey, let's just trade, because this one, you don't need it. And I'm like, but I don't want to trade. And he was just like, I don't remember what he said to convince me or what he threatened, but I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, I think that was the early stages of my apathy where I was just like, okay, I don't care. Like, whatever, as long as I can play
Right.
Gears
for
of War
sure.
2 campaign
Real
for the 5th time.
Real quick, going back to Lego sets and stuff.
Mhm.
So I have a younger brother, and I was the oldest, so I'm the you in this situation.
Yeah.
But I would build my Lego sets, and they take hours to build, right? You know how Lego sets are.
I remember I'd be jealous when I was younger because you'd get like the little bit bigger sets than I would.
Yeah, I would always.
The Death Star, dude. Does he have the Death Star?
No, I had the Star Destroyer though.
Yeah.
If you remember that one. But anyway, I'd build these sets. I'd be super proud of myself, and then my brother would come in and just kick them as hard as he could.
RJ
bro.
or Matthew?
This is Matthew, bro.
Okay.
This is when we were little. So
okay.
I don't know if that ever happened with you guys, but
No, Sal wasn't a big Lego dude. Like, I guess he thought it was
No,
cool,
all it
but
was
he wouldn't buy
was
one.
Emiliano breaking my Halo figurines. Is what that was.
Man, why were you in high school playing with dolls, man?
I wasn't playing. It was on my desk, dude. It was like
it's an action figure.
Yeah, it was
not a doll.
It was a figurine. It was a
it was a collectible.
It was for display.
Now, how many years apart are you guys exactly?
We are 6.
6. So you're 26 now.
27.
So, because I every year there's a little bit of leeway with a couple months. So like me, I turned 21 in 2 months. So
4 months
or 1 month from the date this is released.
Difference. No, but what's something that's funny that I wish I'd brought up during the Halloween episode, and now that Emiliano brings up, like when he just says no, he's just no.
Yeah.
So we went like trick or treating, and
of course, yeah.
And we were, I think, kind of over by where you live, Kyle.
We were farther,
okay.
No, we
in
were
the
not
stock
that much
or
farther.
in the neighborhood. Sorry.
Yeah, in the neighborhood, and maybe not where he lives, so maybe we were like a couple blocks.
We were like closer to Gosford and Stockdale, like in that corner.
We were like, where like the elementary school is? And
yeah.
There's that like street that runs like parallel to like where the dog park and the buses get dropped off now.
Oh, you talking
so we were
about Camino, that one? One of the Caminos?
No, so
half of our listeners don't even know what streets are fucking.
I'm talking about Kroll, but so now like a couple streets north of that. So
Get to the point.
Not that far.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Not that far.
You were closer to my
going,
side.
Yeah, exactly.
We were far from here.
And we were going around. We were planning to go around, and then Emiliano just starts like, complaining and like whining and saying like that his feet hurt and that he wants to go home.
Yeah.
So it was me, my dad, and our other brother, and my mom had to drive to pick up Emiliano from trick-or-treating in his own neighborhood because his feet hurt.
Hey, when I say no, it's no, bro.
I was like, dude, you're such a fucking pussy.
No, because back then I used to like hella do up Halloween. Like if I was dressing up as V, and I had pointed cowboy boots that like I couldn't obviously walk like 3 miles.
He was wearing his heels.
But no, so nowadays it's like when I do it, I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit about the footwear. Like when I was Batman, like this year I dressed up as a Big Lebowski. I had flip flops on.
Yeah, I mean those hurt after a while to walk in,
Well, most of the night I was sitting drinking,
yeah,
but the night before when I went to a house party, I had like rain boots on because I was dressed as Batman. I wasn't gonna be like, oh, I need the tactical ones, the fucking 2-inch heels.
Need your tactical boots.
No,
on.
I went to Walmart and got fucking rain boots.
Oh, and Emiliano was the only one of us that was like somehow was able to get out of going to Taekwondo every day.
Yeah,
because he was like, I don't know, you were young, you were maybe like 8 or something.
Younger than that, dude.
And you were like an orange belt, which is like the one after yellow, I think. Or no, you weren't even an orange.
I weren't
you were
even
yellow.
orange. I was it goes.
You were white.
I didn't even make it. No, I made it to yellow, but I ended it like of my first lesson after I got yellow.
Basically, he got like he basically got kicked out because he just like was not trying at all, and they were like,
I didn't care.
I don't remember you doing this at all.
Well,
when were you doing
this? Was before. This was like first or second grade. So this was before we were.
That was before we even. Before you even at the school. I feel like.
No, I was at the school, but we weren't friends.
Oh right, we didn't like each other back then.
Yeah, and like my dad made us do it because like on the window it said like that they taught you discipline. And it's like such bullshit. I mean, it was.
So we just wanted you guys to be better kids.
It was a little cool, but it was also kind of lame that like Monday through Thursday I had to be at Taekwondo from like 5 to 7, and then it was even worse when like me and our middle brother, when we were in different like levels, because that means we'd have to go for his, and then through mine and wait, and like the whole like building smelled like feet, and
it's like feet and sweaty kids that like don't shower.
There was like
and shit.
Racist old white people like ran it, like they looked like they had Klan hoods in their like closet for sure. Now it's a realty office. Yeah. They went out of business.
Yeah, I think it went out of business like I think right around the time you came back from LA.
Where's it around?
It's over by what's that street? It's not, is it Ash? No.
It's like Newstein. It's like
I think I know.
I think it's like Zika's
where the Subway is.
Zika's Indian like restaurant.
Oh, that's a good place too. They also have
Ming
ramen there.
It's Ming and Newstein.
Yeah. It's right next to. Well, it was right next to where ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of good food places in there. I always like those places.
But yeah, I was just I like vaguely remember, but I was just like, yeah, I don't want to be here. So if I don't try, then
you just let you out.
That wasn't my end game, but I was just like, yeah, if I don't, I've always had that where it's like, if I don't care about this, I don't care the outcome. I just won't do it.
Right, for sure. So,
which has been good and bad.
Yeah, and bad. Yeah. So Leano and I went to different junior high and high schools. Because all of our cousins went to like the private Catholic like junior high and high school, and my dad was always telling me like, oh, that's where you're going, and I'm like, no, my friends are going to public junior high.
Bro, that didn't work.
So then I went to junior high. That was fine, but then he's like, you're going to high school, or you're going to Garces, you're going to private high school, and I'm like, no, and he's like, yeah, it's because I don't trust like Bakersfield High School, like the public school. And I'm like, dude, my cousins told me that like at Garces they like drank, like put vodka in their Gatorade bottles and were like drunk during class, and like kids throw parties and do like hard drugs. Like, what are you talking about? But he wouldn't believe me. And then I was like, look, man, if you make me go to that school, I will write 666 on my forehead every day and like force them to like kick me out. So then he just didn't.
Right. That's all you had to do?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's, I guess, and for me, that's been good and bad, right? But like, I can be very like stubborn to the point where it just makes you want to give up.
Yeah. So Sal knows how to wear people down.
Yeah, because I actually wasn't too hyped about going to BCHS, like, because for the same reason, all my friends were going to public school. Right? Yeah. But nothing I would do would convince my family.
See, like at that point, like I just didn't. It's like, okay,
you whatever. Didn't care.
It's like, yeah, 4 years, whatever.
4 years, not that long.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I was just like, and I was really adamant about it for the first year of high school.
Where did you want to go? Stockdale?
I wanted to go to Stockdale, dude, because most of my friends were off to Stockdale.
Yeah, I just didn't want to go. I just didn't want to have to. Well, I didn't drive during high school, but I just didn't want to have to sit in the car and get up half an hour early to go all across town.
Most of my friends ended up joining football too, so they probably would have asked me to join football. So I wonder how that would have gone.
I think you'd probably make a decent wide receiver.
Maybe. Did they do a lot of running? Mm-hmm. That's probably why. But I didn't know I was a runner until like sophomore year anyway. So.
Right, because I remember like freshman year telling you about like the sports I was doing. You're like, oh, that sounds cool, but I don't really know. Like, I don't really like football or swim.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Freshman year, I was kind of like, because everyone was joining sports.
Yeah.
And I was kind of trying just to decide what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And so I was thinking baseball for a while, but I was afraid of getting hit by the ball when I was a freshman. And so,
well, no, because when I did football, my dad was like, oh, I don't want, at first he was like, and now he denies this. Like, I asked him and he's like, no, that's not how it was. He didn't want me to join because he was afraid of like that CTE brain damage shit, or like that I was gonna break my arm
when you get like hit a lot.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, I'm fucking no, that's not gonna happen. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get hit, but that's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
Plus, I fucking sat on the bench most of the season, so it was more.
Did he even go to any games?
I didn't want him to go to any games.
But did he?
No, I didn't ask him to. You know, Dad, unless you ask him to do something, he's not going to do it.
So, Kyle, how did you find running? Was it like a high school movie? You get like shoved in a locker, and then you're like sad walking down, and then, you know, someone like drops a pamphlet, and they're like, oh, hey, kid, you know, we got practice tomorrow after school. You want to come by?
You know, that's a beautiful story, and that's how it plays out in my head, but that's not actually what happened. So what really happened was I was coming, because I took guitar class in high school. So I was coming home from a guitar class, and I was walking at the back alley of my school. And so,
back alley.
So I was walking behind my school.
What were you doing back there?
Were you praying?
Definitely not
Christian kids. That's what we pray after school.
Yeah, in an alley. We go to the alleys to pray. But basically, I was carrying my guitar and my stuff with me in my backpack, and I was really small at the time too. So I picture it looking kind of funny. But this guy, he was the junior captain on the team, and he was also my guitar class. And he comes up to me, and he's like, "Hey, Kyle." And I'm like, oh, hey, Ryan is his name. I'm like, what's up, Ryan? How you doing? And he's like, pretty good. Guess what you're doing today? And I'm like, well, what am I doing today? He's like, you're joining a cross-country team. And he's like, come on, let's go. And he grabs me by my backpack. And and he takes me there. And I'm just like, oh. I don't know about this, Ryan. I don't know if I really want to do this. And then I meet the coach, and then that's how that all goes down. So
dude, I feel like if I would, it's like, no, fuck off. I'm fucking going home.
I mean,
stop touching me.
Well, I had really admired Ryan at the time because he was a cool dude. You know, he played guitar and he was the captain of the team. So
no, I get that aspect. But if someone's like, oh, hey, we're doing this, and if it sounds really unenjoyable to me, I'm just like, no, fuck off.
And I don't know what I was thinking because that was the first year I did it was the worst pain I've ever been in my life. But it was I don't know, over time I kind of just let it happen, you know. And then senior year is when I got a big passion for like doing it still to this day. Yeah. So that's how it went down, and then how I got my like into coaching and all
Sal
that.
was roasting your short shorts on your Instagram.
Bro, that's the best part. What are you talking about?
No, I was like, oh yeah, I saw Kyle's story. He's like in those like 80s style, like.
And I was like, oh,
swishing shorts.
He's in the Larry Birds,
bro. Because the shorts. The thing about it is, it's very normalized in cross country for boys to wear shorter shorts.
Not girls.
No, girls too. Why would we flip? Why would we flip roles?
Girls wear long shorts. Girls wear basketball shorts, and the dudes wear the short shorts.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. It's just, you know, all the guys do it, and you just get really comfortable. Like I mean, you're only comfortable if you're fast. You got to be fast if you're gonna rock the short shorts. That's the key thing about it.
Saw the chubby kids that their mom made them do it. They were on the back wearing basketball shorts.
I mean, there's not like typically a lot of chubby kids in general, I guess.
Because there were a lot at Garces. Like you'd find a lot more unathletic people doing cross country.
We would try to go when I was the captain, I was the captain at one time. Just the captain at one time. But when I was on the team my senior year, we were trying to we'd recruit. That was a big thing, was going up to the freshman kids and recruit. And we'd get a lot of kids to say, no, sorry, I'm playing not baseball. I'm playing football instead. And they're these tiny little kids who are really skinny. And
who probably were like water boy for half the season.
I know. And I'm like, you would be great at cross country. So have fun not playing football, I guess.
See, at Garces, it wasn't like they didn't recruit, but it was just like, oh, hey, sign-ups are... Like, did you have tryouts, or like if anyone signed up, they were on the team?
Anyone can join, especially on our team, because it's really small. We need as many people as we can get, basically.
So, there weren't ever tryouts. There were tryouts for basketball because, like, everyone wanted to play basketball.
Yeah, I got cut from the elementary school basketball team.
I never made it on the basketball.
Yeah, I was alternate.
Well, no, that's what I meant. I didn't make it. They're like, yeah, you don't get time.
It was hard.
I tried out for 3 years, and I didn't even get alternate. But I would go to the practices because it's like, oh yeah, I could, you know, it was just like exercise, and I was like, oh yeah, and it's right here. My mom would pick me up. But then on the last game, like in 5th grade, coach, do you remember Coach Falk, Mrs. Falk's husband?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
He coached the basketball team, and I was like, hey coach, can I be alternate? And I that was like my one, like I missed like a 3-pointer.
Right.
But I was still so excited that like I got to hold the ball in my hands, like actually play in the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that must have been an iconic moment.
I felt like fucking Michael Jordan.
For sure. But no, yeah. Saul mentioned that I was...
Are you saying Saul or Sal?
Is it Sal or Saul?
Sal.
Wow.
Like Better Call Saul. That's what I was thinking of.
He says that a coworker of his or someone keeps calling him Saul.
I know, like multiple people do that all the time, and I just don't understand because, like, why are you adding an extra letter?
That's adding a U.
Right. Or like half the time when I tell people my name or they see it written down, they go Emilio. I did like... So
they remove letters?
They remove letters. And I'm like, no, it's a completely different name.
Yeah, you guys have hard names to pronounce, but
Kyle.
People, it's
racist.
Okay. A lot of people would call me Kylie for some reason, which I don't know how or why.
Is it the long hair?
No,
they just see you from afar wearing the short shorts.
Yeah.
That's Kylie. No, but you didn't even have long hair up until
most people that would look at my name, not see me. They would look at it on a paper and be like, "Who?" Like teachers, for example, would be like, "Kylie." And I'd be the only one.
It's Kyle.
I know. I have to do that. Be like, my name is actually Kyle, not Kylie. And then I don't know. I don't think people would laugh, but maybe they were secretly laughing at me.
But no, the long hair thing. I mean, you only started doing that this year, right?
Yeah, long hair is new for me because my family would never let me grow out my hair as a kid, so I gotta take my chances now.
Yeah, my dad's getting pissed by how long my hair is, and so like he was like, "Oh, you need to get a haircut," and I was like, "What hairstyle do you like?" I was just like, "What hairstyle do you want?" It's like, just a normal one, and I'm like, "What's that?" Like, just trying to fuck with him, because he's like, "Oh, just get normal." And I'm like, "What is that? What? Can't go to the barber. Give me a normal haircut.
Give me small, medium, or large haircut."
But no,
please.
I need to go one of these days. I'm probably gonna go. I don't know. I'm probably gonna go later today, to be honest, because I at least need to get this. I need to get my neck fixed up at least.
Yeah. So what's So you have straight hair and you have curly hair.
His is fake.
You have fake hair. You have a toupee on right
now. No, he pays like $500 for hair treatments.
Oh, really?
Today I got charged $265 for my haircut, eyebrow waxing, and a keratin treatment on my hair.
See, what I do is I put like argan oil in my hair, use pomade.
Fuck, argan oil?
Yeah, it keeps the curliness, but it smooths it out.
Do you buy that at Sally's Beauty Supply?
No, I get that at Target. Thank you. I get that, and then like I don't like wax it, but like I pluck it that way. It don't look like fucking.
Is it Moroccan argan oil?
It actually is. Right. Hey, it's good stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, my hair is actually not as curly as Emiliano's, even naturally. Mine is more wavy because Emiliano used to have curly hair as a kid.
Yeah,
and then he had it all shaved off.
Yeah, you used to always shave your head, which is in these pictures actually.
Well, no, I wouldn't shave it. I would just get it cut really, really down. Because one time my mom got it shaved, and my dad like still likes to bring it up to this day, even though it's like
thought you looked funny.
No, he was like, "Oh, he looks like a fucking cholo." Like, fucking who cares? I feel like low key he's jealous that like my hair can get this wild because he's balding. No,
better hope he doesn't listen to this podcast episode.
I know. Does your dad listen to the podcast?
No.
Does he know about the podcast?
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna give it." He's basically like, because he knows how YouTube works and everything. He doesn't really know how like Apple Podcasts or any of that works.
Right.
But he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep clicking on the video so you guys get more views." Like, thanks, Dad.
But that doesn't actually work.
No, but he doesn't. It doesn't. But oh shit. Sorry about that. But no, like he knows about it, and he knows like I'll just say my show, because if I try to explain what a podcast is, he's not gonna get it.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, what you were telling me, you're telling me your nan listened to one of our clips and had some criticism.
Yeah.
What?
She thought I cussed too much.
Yeah.
Well, just wait till she gets a load of me on the podcast.
Well, no, because did you see the baby rant clip on episode 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're like, don't call me a fucking baby.
I was because I was going on a because I was telling Kyle, I'm like, Kyle, I don't cuss on my dude, and he's like, no, but because I was going on
I don't think so.
Because I was going on the rant.
So it was just from the Instagram clip. She obviously didn't listen to the episode.
Yeah, you said that she thinks that
she thinks that the Instagram clips are the episodes, like the whole episode.
she's like, great job recording for 15 seconds. Really proud of you boys.
I know. We just come in, sit down for 15 seconds, say a couple words, and then we bounce out of here. That's what we do.
Well, that might as well have like a TikTok for the podcast then at that point, right?
Dude, the Atypicals TikTok, is that coming up next?
Hey, Kyle, that's your job, right? We were talking about for the podcast.
That I need a job.
No, yeah, you're like the promotion. You need to be the promotions guy.
I do that.
What? No, but you're the editor, and you say that you don't want to advertise. So
Yeah, see, and I
do want to advertise. I'm just lazy.
Well, either way, dude, sounds like a perfect opportunity
to give me a job, or something to do. Which
just go spam, just like follow hella pages, and go on like meme pages and be like, "Is my podcast dope? Be honest."
No,
have you guys ever seen those comments?
No, those are.
Please check it out.
Is my mixtape fire? Be honest,
dude. I don't want to be one of those.
What did you just say?
Oh shit! I gotta bleep that out. Oh shit! I gotta add a marker.
Bro.
Shit. All right, I'm gonna hit pause. All right, moving past
that. What's up, guys? Emiliano just said
shut up.
Emiliano said a bad word, so we had to.
Yeah, I did a no.
You should have just like started back up and been like, "Hey, welcome to the Atypicals podcast." Just start it all over.
Start it all over.
Just a redo, right?
I bet that Spotify has classes about how to like not do that.
How to not say.
Maybe you should look into. Maybe you should sign up.
Nah.
Because we were talking about a podcast like class before this.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like I
offers.
would do that if I was like nervous about talking or if I like couldn't. But
maybe
can't.
there's a chapter on like don't accidentally say like big no words.
Yeah, but that's not me.
Right, for
I'm
sure.
not a sellout.
For sure.
You're what, like you're not Joe Rogan.
Joe,
No, Joe Rogan did sell out.
Calling you out, Joe.
fearless.
Come on the podcast.
No,
you
dude,
won't.
he's gonna fucking.
One podcast.
I don't want to get that fucking spinning throat kick.
Bring us some elk.
What were we talking about prior to that?
We were talking about. He was saying like the promotions, and I was like, oh, I don't want to be one of those people that fucking is like, oh, check out my podcast.
Dude.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Like I would
grind.
want to do that, but I wouldn't want to comment that. I wouldn't want to spam.
Be
comment
honest
that.
Just
about
let
my
Kyle.
podcast.
Just let
I'll
Kyle,
do
like
it.
leave his dignity at the door.
Yeah, I
Are you
mean,
prepared to do that, Kyle, for a few more followers?
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta hustle.
so what like places can I go to like promote this podcast? Like on TikTok, I got to be funny, which
We are funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, honestly, that does sound lame, but like, it is a legitimate strategy to like post comments on like popular like Instagram like meme accounts. And even though most people are gonna hate you, some people might click and be like, "Oh, that's actually kind of funny."
Yeah,
Okay.
but
I mean, I've done that before.
Yeah,
Like I've actually
right?
checked
Yeah.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah. I usually don't do it when it's like a mixtape, but if someone's like, "Oh, check out my meme page," and if they do have funny memes, then I'll follow them.
Yeah.
tell your dog to shut up. Or excuse me, to be politely quiet.
Say
Can
it
you
nicely.
hear it on the mic?
Yes.
Did you? Are we still going?
Yeah, we're still going.
Oh.
Calvin, shut up.
This is a real professional operation.
Oh yeah, why'd you bring your damn dog?
We got dog issues right now.
Yeah,
Dogtical difficulties.
yeah, dog. Yeah, go fucking tell him to be quiet. But no, so I mean, yeah, we could do that. I don't know. I've just been, we get lazy.
Yeah, we'll think of like some way to advertise
or like
somebody
we
that's
gotta
not
get, or
desperate.
we gotta get like promotions, but then like we gotta like pay or like know people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Luckily though, our last guest, TJ Rec, did
helped
give
us out,
Yeah,
huh?
he did give us a little shout out. So
Shout out
Randy,
to,
if you are listening, thanks for that, bud.
shout out to Randy or DJ Rec shouting us out.
Yeah,
For shouting it out.
shout out for a shout out.
Shout out for a shout out for a shout out. For sure.
Share for share.
Sure for sure. But no, Kyle was when he came in. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make him super jealous," and I was holding the PS5 controller.
Which didn't work because I wasn't jealous at all, actually.
Yeah,
But
you were.
I was.
But-
I'm still trying to get my own PS5.
Yeah.
So.
So why weren't you jealous of it?
He just doesn't want to give me the satisfaction.
I just really don't want him to like. But how did you get a PS5? Like, what was the secret to that?
I was okay. So this might piss people off, but I didn't even want one. I
I
wasn't
don't
even
even
gonna
care.
get one because I feel like the new gen is just like
It's
kinda
beneath
dumb.
you.
No, it's not even that, but like there's no like amazing new game.
No, I get you, yeah.
Like especially because I'm usually an Xbox guy, and if Halo
True.
Infinite was coming out, then I might have been into getting the Xbox Series X, but it's delayed until next year,
Right.
and it's gonna come out on the Xbox One X anyway. But then my friend hit me up and he's like, I'm like, what's up? What you doing? He's like, oh, I'm trying to get a PS5 pre-order.
Excuse me.
He's like, oh, I think Best Buy's started doing their pre-orders early. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, yeah, I didn't really care, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, I'm going to try to pre-order like 4 and then like sell 3 and basically like get one for free. And I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of a good idea. So then I pre-ordered 3 from Best Buy.
Yeah.
3 PS5.
Yeah, he's trying to be a fucking scalper.
I know. What?
But then
You're the reason they're sold out.
No, but they canceled 2 of them. That's what I don't understand, because Best Buy, even though I use like separate names and credit cards, and I'm like, well, roommates can all live in the same like address, right?
Yeah, but I think they
But
had the
even
same.
though
I think it flagged the name.
No, but I even put a different name. Like, it doesn't matter the name.
Oh, I don't
So
fucking know.
I think I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be a 1 PS5 per household." Like Sony
Maybe.
came out with that statement.
So I guess that's what happened. But yeah, so I still kept my 1 pre-order, and yeah, it just showed up like the day after launch day.
Right.
And I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, I'm definitely glad that I got that over the Xbox Series X, because of the controller. That's
Yeah,
actually
nice
a new aspect, and the controller has like adaptive triggers.
Yeah, I was telling him, and I was like,
looking at it.
Isn't it like
Yeah.
$80 for a whole new one?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
There's a speaker in it, which I know like that's been done
Just
before,
get a
and it's kind of
speaker.
lame, but the way it's been done recently, at least with some of the games here, is kind of cool. And then like the rumble, it's like
It's adaptive.
yeah, so it's like it doesn't just rumble. It like it can go up and down the controller and like different patterns and stuff. So playing like a game, like when you go through grass, it feels different from when you're like ice skating, from when you're like jumping. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, like because when I was playing it, I was doing like the playroom, and it was really cool to like mess around with it.
Right. Yeah. I see. I did have I had another question.
What's up, man?
For you. So basically, you're like 7 years older than us, and you've had a lot more life wisdom to share. I feel like.
Yeah.
So what would some life wisdom be that you could give us youngsters?
You don't want any from this guy.
Just about like a list.
Whatever comes to your heart.
Okay. Well, do you have maybe like a top, like a
Education school.
school? Okay. So I think unless you're gonna be like a doctor or like an engineer or something, it really doesn't matter that much what your degree is in.
Right. That's what I've heard before.
Yeah. So I think the most important thing to do is to make sure when you're in school that you're like doing good like internships or like extracurricular like things like organizations and doing leadership stuff in the organizations, because that'll look really good on your resume when you're looking for a job, especially again if you're not like being a doctor and engineer where it's like very specific, like okay, you have this degree and then you'll get this job. If you just kind of don't know, or if you want to do just kind of like a general kind of like corporate work or something like that,
Right.
then
No, because Kyle, you said you want to get into kinesiology.
Yeah, so I'm a kinesiology major. Coaching's my first step into like what I want to do.
Right.
Because I also want to teach phys ed or physical education. So
Be a PE teacher.
pretty much, yeah, but I want to be like the coolest PE teacher around, bro. So, what did you want to do?
I want to be a history professor. So I'd want to get my, which I know is a lot of schooling and a lot of work and a bunch of fucking papers and a bunch of fucking research. But I like doing that stuff, man. Like not just like spilling out dates and stuff, but just like the research of it. Like sometimes I'll find myself researching stuff that isn't even like an assignment, or like I'll read ahead in a chapter just because I'm really interested in the subject. And then once I get to write about it, it's not like an assignment. I just like doing that stuff.
For sure. Yeah. And it's all the history stuff.
Yeah,
right?
because when you say history to someone, they're like, oh, what the fucking, like if it's like, oh, I'm a history teacher, what normally people do is like they'll ask him like, oh, what date was George Washington, when did he lose his virginity? It's like, no, that's not what history is. History is like the study of the researching of like how to research and do everything like that.
nerd alert.
My favorite part of history is not the politics, but like I don't know, everything else that would be part of history.
Right.
Like all
like the ancient
aspects.
cultures and stuff
Like the ancient
that.
cultures.
So I feel like you'd like anthropology, because it's a study of like how the peoples and their like just how they were. So like not like events that happened, but just like people's activities and their day-to-day lives. I feel like you'd like that kind of stuff.
Probably would, yeah. If I wasn't doing this, because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Right.
If you
for
wasn't
a while.
podcasting,
If I wasn't
Yeah.
a full-time
Yeah.
podcaster.
if we weren't famous podcasters, this is,
But yeah, we'll probably drop all of this and
Yeah.
just become podcasters.
yeah, it'll be us and Joe Rogan.
Another thing is like when you're in school, like, and it's kind of hard right now because of COVID and shit.
Yeah.
But when you're in school, like, definitely take all those other opportunities to like do all the social things and all the like organizations and stuff, because like
Hopefully we'll get to do that again someday.
but like but because it's only like 4 to 5 years of your life, and you'll never ever be in a place again where you're surrounded by like thousands of people that are around your same age, who do like around the same thing as you, who have as much free time, and you'll never have as much free time.
Right. And
Right.
yeah, we're about over halfway done, I'd say, now with our college careers.
Yeah.
For most I think both of us.
Because like there's gonna be plenty of time to like work hard and just like do the grind 9 to 5 stuff afterwards, you know. So like take those opportunities.
See,
go to that party. Stay up late.
do those things now because we'll never
make
be this young.
Make those mistakes.
Yeah.
But no, it's I feel like sometimes like when I'm on Instagram and it's like, oh, work when they party, drink, or all this shit. And I'm like, okay, so you retire at 30 and then what? Like that's when like what then? You get to like chill out and not work. Yeah, but it's like, are you really enjoying yourself? Like you spend all this time
work hard
working
now, like,
and it's
party
like, yeah,
later or whatever. Like those motivation.
Especially because your friends are gonna start moving away, or like
that's
getting in like a super committed relationship,
starting
or
families.
married,
having
babies, and then they're never gonna like be able to hang out.
Yeah, and then it's like the only. I feel like if.
And then you're just stuck with all the other
you're stuck
entrepreneur
with
bros.
What's
it's
up,
like, hey,
bros?
bro. It's like, hey, bro. You want to go get a drink? No, I'm I'm meditating in Tibet.
Your network is your net worth.
That's what Emiliano's gonna do to me. He's gonna like
do what?
You're gonna be too busy meditating and having a wife and stuff, and then I'm just gonna be here chilling in your future basement in our podcast setup.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't.
Emiliano's definitely gonna have kids before I do. I'm pretty sure.
Like on purpose?
Yes.
No, he's the one who's gonna accidentally have fucking kids.
I mean, it's not really an accident, or like
there's no mistake.
You can.
Jesus, but no, I feel like I don't know. Up until recently, like the whole idea of having kids seemed so like
far like future.
No, not far in the future, but just it didn't seem so scary.
Well, it seems scary now because we're
it seems scary because we're older, and then personal things I've seen happen with family members that are dealing with problems with kids.
Yeah, and I don't know if your Instagram's like this, but do you know a lot of people that are actually getting married right now? Or is that just me?
No, that's a Christian thing, dude.
Oh, really?
I know a lot of I know a lot of kids I went to high school with that are having kids out of wedlock.
Right, for sure. I mean, you went to a Catholic high school.
Yeah,
so.
no, like a buddy of mine, I obviously won't say his name, but he had a daughter right out of high school. He started at Garces, but then went to BHS, and then now with another girlfriend, he's having another girl, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Sounds odd.
Yeah, I think he has like a construction job and he's trying to like go through sheriff's school at the Kern County Sheriff's Department.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I'm like,
well, good for him. I hope it works out for him.
No, me too. Like he's a good dude, but I'm just like, dude, just wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Yeah. Figure it out. Yeah. But what? We should just get our work done, I guess, right? Get our work done now, right?
For sure. But yeah, no, the whole idea of having kids was just like, it was like, something before was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have kids, and it's like,
it's a surreal.
Fuck, should I have kids? Like
sometimes when I'm overthinking at night, I'll be like, wow, I can't imagine like a small little me running around,
right?
Like that looks like me and acts like me. That would be weird. But
yeah, just like the whole idea of another, like, I don't know, even just like not to get existential.
No, it's okay. This
like,
is the
just
podcast.
Like, just the whole idea, just like you do this like animalistic thing of just sex, and then like fucking like. It
just grows
and
inside
then 9
human.
months later, some fucking thing comes out of, yeah, just some thing comes out. It's like, what the fuck?
The sound effects are helpful too, by the way, to get a visual.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a crazy thought.
And don't get me wrong, like, I don't know, I feel like I would much rather like find like a good woman to get married to and just like have much more like experience and like grow with someone other than like that. To me sounds more appealing.
It sounds more appealing to me
than
too.
having a kid, because then I've heard of, and this isn't my quote, but it's like people say it's like, oh, when you have a kid with your wife, you become a distant second to her. And,
I was thinking about that. I was like, dang, does that actually happen? Or
yeah, I mean, I've had people I'm related to tell me it's like, oh yeah, once you have a kid, you love your kid more than you love your wife.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, like I would never understand how that works.
Right.
Bros before hoes, dude.
Bros before hoes.
It goes, all the way, from top to bottom.
Me and Emiliano would never ditch each other for some hoes.
No. Well, I don't know about
Emiliano.
Hey man,
he might find another wench on the mountain. Mountain witch.
Mountain
Nah,
witch.
that was
That's a moment of.
we've talked about that.
I know exactly
yeah.
what you're talking about. You told me this story.
I've talked about
told it on here.
the Resident Evil house.
The Resident Evil house, bro.
Witch on
Trevor's
the
no,
mountain.
I don't forget what it was.
What
Was
the
their
hoarder?
last name? Yeah.
Don't say your fucking
No,
name.
in the Resident Evil, the family's
The Baker
name.
house?
Yeah, the Baker
Yeah.
house. Yeah.
Like, don't say your name. She's a psycho.
Sorry, Michelle.
Oh, okay. I was like,
kind of like scared.
I was like, wait a sec. Did we just say the real
no,
name?
no. I told you her name before.
All names.
What if
Let's just declassify everything right now.
let's just go through everybody's name and try to figure
I
out?
like
will
episode
disavow. I
one.
will disavow that.
So episode 1, it was this person was this person.
No.
Let's start with Kyle. What was the roller skating chick's name?
Roller skating chick.
No, that was his girlfriend.
Rollerama. Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't say
yeah.
she
Oh
was.
yeah, you haven't said her name on here, huh?
No, I haven't actually.
No.
Let's keep
Yeah.
that one. We'll keep that one.
Yeah, Kyle's
on the DL.
There's some current
Roller
progress with that.
I don't remember a roller skating.
Yeah, you
story.
told us a story
Did I?
that you guys had very little like opportunities for dates because you were long distance.
Oh, that was ice skating.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I said
Same
ice skating
thing.
first.
Same-
and you're like
same
ice
thing.
skating.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it was.
Dude, I still can't forget that
moment.
moment where you were like, you missed the sunset, and you're like, oh, guess what happened? And I was just like,
Fire.
what, fucking fireworks? And you were like,
he- did
and
you
Kyle,
listen to
and
that?
Kyle goes, how did you know?
How did you know that?
It was me. I set up the
I
fireworks.
was
'cause
watching from a
I
distance.
knew you'd pussy out at the sunset, so I had your back, bro.
Viliano set off the
It's like
fireworks.
How I
in the
Met Your
back.
Mother episode like plot line.
Bro, it really felt like a Disneyland moment, though. Like that was
But dude,
that
yeah,
was
that was
real.
the universe telling you, like, bro, you
that it's time.
you blew it, and then it's like, here's another chance.
But I want to know who's setting off. Why would people
Dude,
setting
'cause
off?
you were in the fucking
fireworks?
east side, bro.
No, it wasn't. I was on the west side.
I thought you told me you were at the
said-
Bluffs.
No, I was literally the opposite side, which is where's that place called?
I don't know, Kyle. You're the one fucking. You were there.
The lake.
Let's call her up. Let's ask
The
her.
lake
She'll
on
know.
Allen Road. That thing. The little like side
You know
lake,
where-
Lake on Allen Road.
like way out.
Kyle, I
there.
feel like you're making this stuff up, man.
Okay,
Like Riverwalk.
but farther than Riverwalk to the west.
Like Lake Ming?
no,
No,
that's
Lake
the other
Ming-
way. It's you know where Enos that road is, way out there in the middle of
No,
nowhere?
I'm not out in the
Enos.
Enos. You know where Enos is over there by the road?
Well, I'm sorry, it's the only thing over there.
What is there no landmarks over there?
No, bro,
no-
it's practically all
It's
farms.
like on the way to the 5. Yeah, so it's all flat.
Like-
Oh yeah, like over
you know,
by,
Seven Oaks,
like over by where the orchids are.
Highgate, the like fancier houses way out there.
All right, we digress.
Yeah, over on the west side of town. Yeah, I don't know, maybe because I know on the east side they're always lighting off fireworks, especially like within months.
No, this was
of
just probably
4th of July.
some kids just chilling in their backyard.
Yeah,
thinking
they're
it'd
probably
be
like,
fun.
oh, let's light this on fire, and then it
That'd
was
be
like,
fun. And
How long were they? Were they like?
They
was it
last-
just one, or was it like?
no, it lasted like 5 minutes, probably good 5 minutes. And yeah, if I didn't do it, then that would have been just the biggest waste of time. Like, and I just
I didn't even get your kiss, bro. What the fuck was I even doing
I know.
there?
Imagine I just like we just went home and then that'd be the second date that I didn't do it. Like
I think you'd have to kill yourself at that
Yeah.
point.
there'd be no other option.
No.
Just like commit suicide in disgrace, just to keep your honor. Commit seppuku.
Like yeah, that would be more honorable than letting me go a third date without doing it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Second date isn't too bad. I mean, I've gone on.
Do most people do it, like kiss for the first time on their first date?
So I try to.
yeah,
like,
we need to hear his
definitely.
story. Like what's
Well,
your
he hasn't dated in years.
Yeah, but I've dated more than you guys have.
How many girlfriends do you get? What's your body count?
what's your
girlfriends?
count, bro?
We're talking girlfriends?
Yeah,
or we're
girlfriends.
talking like
No,
ladies
no,
that
I-
I dated.
No.
Lady women.
Yeah, well, I think it's
Dated, gone on
Just
dates.
actually
with.
gone on
dated.
Not
dates
girlfriends.
with.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
actually
Gone on
dated,
dates.
dated.
That
Yeah.
probably has been like 13 girls or something like that.
All right, bro, we get it. Like,
All right, because I've had like 3 actual girlfriends, but I've dated probably like 10. So
dang, you guys are way higher up there than I am.
well, didn't you date someone before your girlfriend, or like go on a date? I thought you remember you telling me.
There was a girl that liked me one time that I ran away from in 7th grade, but other than that, no. Like I just
Mine's
threw.
probably actually more than 13.
I don't know.
I
But
don't
this
know.
is from
At least like one date. Yeah, definitely more than 13. That's maybe like 30. But yeah, I definitely try to kiss on the first date, or I have in my like adult life, because you just don't want to like waste too much time and like like or at least like you want to show that you're interested.
Yeah.
You know, and like you want to show that you're like at least somewhat assertive enough to at least make the move, like, right? Like don't just plop your lips on a girl.
But like,
you know,
but I feel like some girls,
oh, hey, you know,
some girls are so hard to read.
Yeah.
Like Kyle, like Sal, you know how much we love trashing women on this show, but
which we do a lot.
But no, it's like I feel like some girls are so hard to read, but then later it's like you find out they wanted you to kiss them, and it's like they gave you no vibes.
Look, honestly,
to that.
like
they need to help a little
honestly,
bit.
all you
bro.
got to do is either like kind of try to get your face as like closer to her.
I've noticed
so that she
like
sees,
that.
or just ask. Like some girls are into that. Like they're like, well, just ask me and just be like, hey.
That's what I've done.
And honestly, it feels a little weird, right? It makes you feel
feels
nervous.
What if they say no?
Well,
like,
then
that's
at least you know.
That's true.
You know what? I will
so
say,
like what you should do is honestly, and I've done this before, and I'll just be like, hey, do you want to make out? And then, you know, they'll be like, yeah, sure. You know, and then fuck it. Or they'll be like,
well,
no, thank you. Like, not right now. Or something like, all
not
right.
right now, maybe later. But no, like I've done both where like you get your face in and then she does it. And I've also asked, but I don't say, oh, hey, like, can we make out? I've been like, oh, hey, can I give you a kiss? And then it's like, yeah. And then it goes from like a weird gay thing to making out.
what is
why is it gay? Is it like, is there like
is it
another
a
penis
man?
involved?
No, it's just not gay, but like extremely sentimental.
Lano's definitely the more problematic person on the podcast.
Yeah, that's why I lead.
Enough.
I'm a controversial guy.
I mean, yeah.
But no, like Kyle, I think I've told you before about like how I've just asked girls, and you'd say that's like weird to you, right?
I mean, it's not as weird now anymore, like as it was probably when I said
right.
that.
Because I remember telling you stuff in high school, like when I was dating like my girlfriend at the time. You were like, "Whoa, how'd you even do that?"
Mind blown.
Mind blown. Yeah, I remember
the emoji with the exploding head.
Because for most of high school, I wasn't really into dating. I was just like, you know, I was focusing on like school and cross country and all that stuff. Until the end, where I'm like, man, I never dated anyone in high school.
Well, yeah, but like you had there were.
I had a lot of female friends. Yeah, I guess you could say.
See, so he did what I was stupidly doing in junior high. Remember, because I was like, oh, I got a lot of friends who are girls, and you're like, no, but you got to like at least date or, you know, fuck one of them.
Yeah.
That was his advice?
Yeah,
and
it worked.
I was just texting hella chicks, and I'm like, oh, you dating her? And he's like, no, she's my friend. It's like, all right, well, if she's your friend, at least tell her to like hook you up with one of her friends.
And that's how you...
that's how I met Lexia.
Oh.
I've said her name. I don't give a shit.
Interesting.
But no, that's how I met her.
What's her like TikTok handle?
What's her address?
I don't know. She moves around.
What's her current hairstyle?
I think it's
bald.
I think she's still bald.
She's bald.
Yeah,
Long story. I'll tell.
Him.
No, it's not. I'll tell you after we stop recording why she did that. It's
his fault.
Dang.
It is kind of.
What? Okay.
But no, so Kyle, did you have a Tinder woe story? I thought you were telling me when you showed up. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it time?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're getting to that point, but yeah.
Where's
so
the song?
It's in a developmental phase.
Let me hear the rough acapella.
Okay, so do you remember what we were doing?
No. What were we
doing?
So the idea was
play it live.
So the idea was we do it on piano,
and there's gonna be like a sad melody.
Yeah, and it was like I've got hoes, and then Kyle would go bros, and then
this is Tinder woes. Oh yeah, that
something
was
like that.
Nice.
No one steal that.
Yeah.
That's ours. But
yeah, we don't have enough listeners for that, Kyle. Don't worry about
it. Right. Okay, so let me pull it up here. Sorry, I lost.
Yeah,
he's got so many.
I just got so many bad experiences.
He's got so many Tinder matches.
Honestly, when I go on, I'll like forget to go on Tinder, and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta do Tinder woes.
I know, you just gotta get to swipe.
Kyle, I heard that you bought Tinder Premium.
Bought Tinder Premium with my fucking microphone.
Yeah, so you want my honest opinion is don't get it because it's not worth it at all. It's not worth the $30 I spent on it.
Well, I got it when I was single because I just like wanted to swipe as many chicks in one day as possible, right? Because they limit you on the free one.
They do.
Yeah. Well, I'm on the free one, but I never get to because I'm not just sitting there doing this anymore.
And the crabby thing is, so it used to be if you bought Tinder Gold,
yeah, that's the one I got.
It was just one price, and you got to get like the no swipe limits and you got to see who liked you.
Yeah,
but now that's an upgrade from Tinder Gold, right?
Or well, it's Tinder Plus. I think you're talking about.
Yeah,
and then Tinder Gold's the upgrade.
Yeah, Tinder Gold's the upgrade because I did that one.
It used to just be one thing. Because I think maybe they did it because they're like, well, some people don't really care about that.
Yeah,
right.
So like right after like my big relationship ended, I was like, oh fuck it, I'll do the Tinder thing, and I did that, and then which at the time it was well worth it because I was able to meet a bunch of girls and do all that. But I mean, looking back on it, yeah, shake their hand, take them out to a nice dinner.
Give her a firm handshake.
For a firm handshake,
nice handshake.
Give her a nice steak.
Yeah, if that's what you call it.
Yeah, but not.
But no, I would say it was worth it back because you got like. You could see who liked you, all this stuff.
It's nice for sure to have it.
But then over time, it was just like, when the fuck did why'd I pay?
It's not worth it because like my likes, like the likes were like piling up at one point, and I'm just like I would get a lot of likes, but I would never match with them. And I'd be like, is this rigged or are these actual people? And so I just really wanted to know if this was real or not, basically. And so I bought it.
And were they all chicks that you wouldn't have swiped right on?
Yeah, that's what I learned.
That's usually what happens.
But there were a couple that actually I did end up swiping on. So
you know what? One really I think what does make it worth it is like the fact that it lets you change your zip code.
Oh,
so
yeah, the Tinder passport.
So so I did it like when I was single because if I was gonna come home. For whatever reason, then I would like switch my zip code to Bakersfield.
But it lets you do that.
And then
now
I would
on the
get
free
to,
one.
and I would get to like rack up some potential dates before my trip.
But no, it lets you do that on the free one now.
Yeah, you can go global now. So
but
can
you specifically choose?
It tracks you just put like with location and you just put set my location.
Right.
So you can't set it to somewhere else. Like if I'm trying to get hoes in France before I go to France, it won't let me do that. But if I'm in France and I put like, this is where I am, it shows me girls in the area.
Yeah, well that's not what I'm talking about though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but no,
the
now
passport.
Now it only lets you where you are. It doesn't matter. It's not like a location. It's not like since we're in Bakersfield, you can only get matches in Bakersfield. Like because I've done it in Sacramento.
And done what? Well, it always goes with you. It always went with you.
Oh, I don't fucking know. Anyway, Kyle,
should
what's your story?
Should I get into the story? So basically, I matched with this girl a couple evenings ago, and she messaged me first. Sorry, I don't know what that was.
She messaged me first.
She messaged me first, which I thought was weird because that never happens. Usually they want me to message first, and so she sends me like a waving like emoji, like hi.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, what's good? That's all I say is,
what's good?
What's good? And then she's like, nothing. And you? And so I'm like, wow, she just literally nothing good is going on in her life. That's how I took that. Like, absolutely nothing. Like,
did you say that? Did you say that?
No, I was going to make a joke about it, but then I didn't. So I just said, I'm just straight chilling, trying to meet nice people on Tinder. And then she's like, really? And I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. You could change that, though. And she's like, okay. And I'm just like, what are you looking for? And then this is the interesting part. She said, I am looking a man. And so I wanted to make a joke about that and said,
you look like a bot.
It's a bot.
And I was like, you look like a man? I wanted to say that.
You look like a man.
But I didn't. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to end it here. So I ended up saying, I wanted to say, damn, that's crazy. But I accidentally auto-corrected to damn, that's creamy. And so,
damn, that's creamy.
And then I'm like, well, it could be creamy too. And then she said, yep. And then I just ended it there. So that's my.
Can I see what she looks like?
Yeah, for sure.
Does she look Russian?
I
feel like Kyle treats his like Tinder conversations.
Kyle's too nice.
No, but he treats them like a stand-up like a stand-up routine opportunity.
No, he does now because I tell him like, dude, if you know the girls,
dude, because I used to try, but now I'm just it's fun to like make it like a joke.
Some pictures
That's
look
fair enough.
Like the first one definitely looks. Usually when they're too
Kyle, you go to
pixelated,
CSUB, right?
Yes,
transferred.
I transferred to CSUB. That is correct.
That's good because I feel like probably like at like the Lutheran college or whatever, probably not too many opportunities to find loose women.
Well, you'd be surprised. Actually.
Oh, true. Yeah, there's all those ones that like they get away from home for the first time.
Yeah,
yeah. There's nuts. A lot of there was a lot of crazy stuff going down over there that you'd be shocked about, like parties and all kinds of like different stuff.
For sure, but I feel like you have to like fake it still, right? You're like
There's definitely a fake persona.
Like she gives you like a blowjob, and then it's like, all right, well, time for us to go to church.
Yeah,
like shit like
that.
that.
It's Sunday. We got to get up for Sunday.
I mean, not everyone's Lutheran though. Usually, that's how it usually goes. It's not everyone's like. It's a very small percentage. Funny. Of people who are Lutheran that go to
Well, yeah, like I went to what was the percentage of Christian people at BCHS?
I don't remember, but I want to say like 50.
Well, like at Garces it was like 50, and then what I found out was
a bunch of like Mexicans.
What I found out was if you're not Catholic, they charge you more on the tuition.
So why wouldn't you just say you're Catholic?
Bro, that's
right. Like why the fuck?
So like when I was like wanting to grow my beard out, I was like, man, I should say I should like change religions to keep my beard because I don't want to shave. But I was like, fuck, what if they like have to do? What if it's like a paper? Like what if it's at a meeting with like the business manager?
Is this what it comes to? Changing just religions?
Yeah, but no. But no, I think it's about time we wrap it up. No.
Yeah, I think that's
we're getting to that point.
Wait, isn't there another segment?
No, because I mean, have you seen anything else before?
No, in the span of one day, I haven't watched.
Wait, but I do want to ask, Kyle, is there any more advice questions?
Me?
Yeah.
No, the other Kyle.
Bro, I didn't hear him say Kyle, bro. Okay, I thought he said. Anyway, sorry.
Stop bullying my guy.
I know. Advice questions. So you're 27, right? Sorry, I keep forgetting your age.
We need a whiteboard in here.
We need the whiteboard.
Guest age 27.
Episode number, guest name, guest age.
So what is
relationship status?
Relationship status. What is something that you've learned? I'm sorry, I'm trying to come up with this.
Yeah,
right now. What's something that you've learned that. Or what's something that you regret, I guess, that you didn't do or that you would do differently, being our age?
I think something, I guess, being your age. Well, you have no problem with this, Kyle, but I think it was like being more active at a younger age and getting more like fit at a younger age, because I know it's like a lot easier.
Call me fat?
Yes, that's why
I mean, this is for the podcast viewers too.
Exactly, yeah. So like definitely like, don't keep putting off your like either weight loss goals or like muscle gain goals or like personal time record goals or whatever, because it's just going to get harder and you're just going to get more busy.
Right, for sure.
And then something else I regret is, again, like I said, like, don't let your nervousness or like fear of rejection just like keep you from just going for it.
Just do stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Whether that's with like, asking a girl out or asking her to kiss you or, applying for the job or the scholarship or whatever it is, like just fucking do it. You know?
That is solid advice.
The worst that can happen is like you fail, but at least you tried. And if you don't try, it's like, what's that fucking stupid basketball quote? Like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's not basketball.
From Dwayne Wade.
No, that was Wayne Gretzky in hockey. Stupid.
So I guess
from Yoda in the Lord of the Rings.
From Yoda in Lord of the Rings.
So I guess the moral of this podcast is don't be afraid to take the risks. Always go big and don't go home.
And your network is your net worth.
Ugh.
Exactly.
Fucking advertisement, motherfuckers. All right. Well, with that note, that wraps up this week's podcast. Check us out on iTunes at Atypicals Podcast. So we just set up the link tree. So from there, it is seamless. So now you don't have to look us up. You just go at Atypicals Podcast on Instagram, and that gives us a link to YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, and we're waiting for Pandora too.
Right.
Haven't you been saying this for like the last?
But we got it. But now we got Amazon because they were fucking Jeff Bezos. Doesn't want us to succeed.
We've been waiting.
Squinty-eyed motherfucker.
Yeah. He's like, fucking these guys trying to make some. Fuck that. But no, so we're up on there and anywhere else. First on YouTube. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. See ya.